Closed captioning provided by the UT Haslam College full-time MBA program. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here. This is it. A passion that knows no equal.
Tennessee win!
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
You've got to be a team that's extremely disciplined, loves each other, and plays hard.
From the heart and soul of the Volunteer State, this is Tennessee.
Who's taking control?
This is the Butch Jones Show. Brought to you by the Vols Throwback Debit Card. Only available from the official bank of the Vols, First Tennessee. By Dish. Tuned into Vol fans since 2008. By your local Ford dealer. For great offers on Ford F-150, see your local Ford dealer or visit buyfordnow.com. And by Farm Bureau Insurance. With agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols.
Tennessee has its home opener, a big win against Indiana State at Neyland Stadium on a gorgeous afternoon. And, Coach, your team played very, very well in the 42-7 win.
We needed to get started fast, and what other way than a kickoff return for a touchdown with Ty Chandler, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But I thought our team, again, showed some mental toughness that we talked about with a short turnaround, going from an emotional double overtime win versus Georgia Tech, and then obviously a very, very good win against Indiana State. But, boy, Bob, it was great to be back in Neyland Stadium.
You really only had one day of actual practice because of the fact you played Monday, came back Tuesday morning, and then you had to get ready for Indiana State.
Well, you're exactly right. So, again, you have to rely on the maturity of your football team. I thought our support staff, our training staff did a remarkable job of really making sure that our players got the necessary recovery and treatments that they needed to be able to perform on Saturday. But we have a lot of improvements to be made. A lot of improvements this week, obviously, starting SEC play as well. And I know our players are looking forward to it, but there's a lot of work to be done.
Defensively, you only gave up one touchdown, and that came off a turnover. So defensively, you played pretty well.
We were able to get off the field on third down, and that was, I thought, one of the critical elements of the game is getting off on third down. And they pose you so many different challenges. The two offenses we face have been pretty much exotic offenses in terms of all the shifts, trades, motions, having to bump the front. Communication has been at a premium. But again, now it's continuing to improve our tackling, our fundamentals, the ability to play the ball in the air in the back end of our defense. All these things now, as we start playing the traditional offenses, we have to get better in a hurry.
And I guess one of the big things in the game, a lot of guys got to play.
Well, that was critical. We needed to put their football identity on video, not just in offense and defensive terms, but we had a lot of youngsters playing for the first time on special teams, and we know how we value special teams. So to be able to go back tomorrow and correct those mistakes and also build upon the successes that they had, that'll be good for us in terms of moving forward.
Each week we'll look at the big play of the game, and the big play this week happened on the very first play of the game.
As Lunsford approaches, and ladies and gentlemen, it's football time in Tennessee. The kickoff's a spinner at the 10-yard line. Chandler fields at the 20. He's got room to the 30. Cuts it back to the 40. He's to midfield, racing into Indiana State territory, and he is going to take the opening kickoff all the way, 90 yards for a Tennessee touchdown.
Coach, you pride yourself on special teams, and Chandler was special here.
Well, he was special, and what a way for a true freshman from Nashville. Home opener to really start it off. But as we talk about, the whole key to the play starts with him. He's able to get underneath the ball and hit it. And we talk about stealing 5 yards, and then it's all other 10 individuals doing their job. And the placement of the returner and the way he sets up on the ball is critical, because we call it drawing your string. And everyone sets it off of him, but you could see his shoulders were square when he caught the football, and he was able to get north and south. And then usually when you have a big kickoff return, scoring, that means 10 other individuals are executing and doing their job as well.
You really work on this. That's 11 kick or punt returns for touchdowns since you came here, and you've got all those balls up there in the office so the guys can see it. That's a big part of the game.
Well, we take great pride in that. We're one of very few teams in the country that work every phase of special teams each and every day in practice, and it's a skill set. It's just like offense and defense. You have to practice that, but also I think it lets the players know the importance of special teams. And our players expect to do well. They demand to do well. It's part of our culture, and what a way to get things started.
Well, General Neyland always prided himself in the kicking game. He would have been proud of yesterday's start, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would have.
We'll come back. We'll show you more highlights from Tennessee's win against Indiana State here on the Butch Jones Show.
Time out to check the stats. Brought to you by Dish.
Monday night against Georgia Tech, junior running back John Kelly ran over and through defenders on his way to 128 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, becoming the first volunteer with 4 rushing touchdowns since 1994. Check the stats. On September 10th, 1994, the number 19 ranked Volunteers rolled into Athens to face the 23rd ranked Bulldogs. Tennessee's James Littleman Stewart rushed for 211 yards and 4 touchdowns as the Vols recorded a whopping 383 yards on the ground in defeating Georgia 41-23.
Check the stats. Own Dish. Own Saturday. Own UT football. Dish has the most college football and the best ways to enjoy it. Find out how you can own Saturday at dish.com/Vols. Dish, tuned into Vol fans since 2008.
We are tethered by a legacy of fierce ambition and fearless optimism. And this is our time, our moment to be who we dare to become. We are the Volunteers, so we give our all. Now let the game begin. Here's to building champions. Ford F-150, proud sponsor of the Tennessee Volunteers. See your local Ford dealer for great offers today.
At Farm Bureau Health Plans, you may have heard us say, we've got you covered.
What does gotcha mean?
It means no matter who you are
or what age,
whether you just need coverage for one or for you, your wife, or kids.
You've got choices for great health plans.
And Medicare supplements.
All our plans have options
with different levels of coverage and deductibles and co-payments.
Mom, can I get covered?
Of course. Have questions? Visit fbhealthplans.com or your local Farm Bureau office. We've got you covered.
The games are starting. Which one do you want to watch?
Oh, how should I know?
Could you help me out here? What?
Guys, may I?
Yeah.
Dish has something for this. Whoa.
Wow. Tennessee game's real close. Switch to that.
No. We can give you all of them. Look. Oh, that is great.
We got to do this again tomorrow.
Dish has the most college football with the SEC, Big Ten, Pac-12, and Longhorn networks. And don't forget Sunday. Sign up now and get NFL Red Zone from NFL Network included at no extra charge. Dish, tuned into you.
Being a First Tennessee customer makes you very, very comfortable and very confident that you're getting the best of the best in terms of customer service, innovation, and updated technologies each and every day. First Tennessee provides everything to be successful in a convenient way, especially with the online banking and the mobile banking. And the most powerful word you can use is trust, and I trust them with all my banking. I tell anyone who wants to bank with the best, follow me to First Tennessee.
Excellence is a journey that you choose to take. It's a choice to be the academic medical center in the region. It's a focus on not asking what's next, but discovering it. Excellence is having physicians on the cutting edge of medicine, training future generations of physicians. The University of Tennessee Medical Center. Wisdom for your life.
course, there's a terrible weather situation down in Florida, and it impacts the Tennessee team as well. You have 14 families that are affected by the hurricane down there.
Everyone is in our thoughts and our prayers, and we've been in direct contact with all 14 families and working to assist them every way possible. It's all about being a family and coming together. A lot of our families were already in town, so now it's making sure that they have the needs and the means necessary to be able to stay in town. But I thought our players had no distractions, and a lot of our Florida players made big plays for us Saturday, but everyone is in our thoughts and prayers as we continue to move forward.
Let's take a look at the highlights again from Tennessee's win against Indiana State. Big crowd at Neyland Stadium, Coach, and it's always good to have this home opener.
Well, it is. It's always great to be back in Neyland Stadium and the great home field advantage that we have, and it's always fun to see the look on our freshmen's eyes running through the tee and the Vol walk for the first time. But here, Bob, we already spoke about this with the that way play of the game with Ty Chandler again getting things started. And again, you can see Micah Abernathy does a great job. We always talk about never blocking behind the ball and getting the ball into the checkerboards.
If you can catch this kickoff going forward, that gives you a big advantage, and Ty timed it perfectly.
Well, you can see it. We always talk about stealing the first 5 yards and hitting it on the run, and there's a technique, there's an art to it, and you can see he does it well. And again, you can see him outrun the kickoff coverage.
So Tennessee gets off to a quick 7-0 start after just 14 seconds. Talk about your offense yesterday.
Well, right here, Bob, this is a 1st and 10 play, and this is actually an RPO, and Quentin does a good job of reading coverage rotation and then banging the backside post to another true freshman in Josh Palmer.
Speaking of one of the Florida young men, Carlin Fields-Amee had a big day, 2 touchdowns.
This is a gap scheme on the goal line and does a great job. And what you like there is him getting his pads north and south and then running over the free hitter on the goal line defense. You can see right here we have a gap scheme with 2 pullers, and there it is with the defender over the top. And again, just a will to get the ball in the end zone. But the whole key to a gap scheme is getting your shoulders north and south downhill.
That touchdown makes it 14-0 Tennessee. You wanted to play a lot of folks, and Tennessee's other quarterback, Jarrett Garantano, got a chance to play.
Everything is about first down efficiency, and this is a 1st and 10 play, and this is a screen pass to John Kelly, and he does a great job of advancing the football. 18 yards on that gain.
People might be surprised, but Kelly is the leading receiver on this football team.
Here in Carlin Fields-Amee again, you can see an outside zone play, and you can see his burst and acceleration and getting the ball a 30-yard run on a 2nd and 10 play. Again, great to see him. And Carlin has worked exceptionally hard. And you can see with the gap scheme and the zone scheme combined with pulling the center there with Ja'Shawn Robertson leading the way. Switching the defense, this is a 2nd and 2 play. We knew they were going to try to take a shot, go up top, and good play with Micah Abernathy, and everything is about technique, and you can see him reaching with his inside hand to get the ball down.
The amazing thing is when the receiver looks back, that's when Abernathy
Well, that's exactly right. We talk about wedging the defender here. He wedges the defender, and the whole key is going up for the ball for the PBU with the inside arm.
Tennessee's defense came up with a big stop here on a 3rd down.
Well, again, as we talked about getting off the field on 3rd down, here's a 3rd down stop by Khalil McKenzie and Nigel Warrior, again forcing them to punt.
Good penetration.
And again, making sure the pile moves backwards. Another 1st and 10 play, 1:41 left in the half. So getting the 1-minute offense going. Here's an inside dig route to Brandon Johnson. We asked a lot out of Brandon in this game. We actually moved him to the slot position and changed positions on him, and he answered it very well. And this one, as a coach, really pleases you because they were in what we call no deep. They were all out in a cover 0 blitz, and our quarterback did a good job of checking the protection and then changing the route concept as well. And then Brandon Johnson gets his first touchdown as a Tennessee Vol.
Tennessee led at halftime by a score of 28-0 in this game, and Dormady here dumps it off again, and Dormady on the day was 13 of 18 through the air and the 2 touchdowns.
The thing you like there, Bob, is this is the third read in his progression. You can see him set his feet, go through his progression, and then, again, put the ball, make him a ball carrier. And that's nothing more than toss, sweep with skimming the breastplate with the football, and that was his third read in the progression.
Marquese Callaway with a big game against Georgia Tech was quiet until this play.
Get another backside post and does a great job at catching, advancing the ball. And that was a play that we needed to get the momentum back in the game. And Quentin does a good job. You can also see the inside backer blitzing there. And Carlin Fills and me does a great job of stepping up in the hole, keeping his shoulders square and taking on the blitzer.
And then Callaway uses the speed to get into the end zone.
Again, staying with the theme of third down and getting off the field. Here's a 3rd-11, a big stop, and this is Kyle Phillips doing a great job again, and then swarming to the football.
They ran that jet sweep a lot, and Phillips came across that time and made a good play.
They tried to create so many formational advantages with shifts, trades, and motions, and again, for the most part, I thought our players did a good job of handling that. You're going to see here another true freshman, Tim Jordan from Bartow, Florida, getting into it. And Tim is a north and south runner that can make you miss and runs exceptionally hard. And, you know, I compare him a lot to John Kelly. He has great energy, great emotion. And I tell you what, just seeing the look in his eye, knowing that he was going to play, it was exciting to see. And then this is a 3rd and 8 play. Jarrett does a good job of keeping the play alive with his legs, scrambling, getting a first down for us here.
End of the game now, and Garantano gets his first career touchdown pass. This is after the scramble again. But you let him run the offense in the closing minutes.
Well, we did, and repetitions are critical for this entire young football team, and which you just spoke about coming up here. It's a double move to Jeff George out on the perimeter, and Jared does a good job of putting the ball where he can go up and high point the football. And then this was great to see where Jeff making a play with the ball in the air. And Jeff's 6'4", and he's still learning how to use his body to his advantage. So this right here with the back shoulder throw was great to see.
Georgia's first touchdown at Tennessee, Garantano's first touchdown pass, and that capped off the scoring in what was a big day for Tennessee as the Volunteers win it 42-7. And again, Kurt Mallory, the coach at Indiana State, you know him very, very well.
Very, very well. We coached together and have stayed in contact and have a lot of respect for him. And he's done a really good job with that program. We'll continue to build it as well.
Comes from a great football family. His dad, Bill Mallory, was a great coach for a long time.
Legendary coach at Colorado and Indiana, and has great bloodlines. And again, they'll do a great job. But I was proud of our players. Again, the short turnaround, the short work week, really one day of full practice. And, you know, the evolution of football teams, really, your progress has to come from week 1 to week 2. And again, with a short work week, we didn't have very many practice opportunities. So this week is going to be paramount to really work to correct our deficiencies. We have to get a lot better in terms of the special team game as well, especially our punt return unit. We played a lot of true freshmen on that unit, so we'll continue to work hard on that. We all know now what we're facing coming up.
Indeed, as the Florida Gators come up, Tennessee opens SEC play in Gainesville coming up this Saturday. We'll go to the locker room next here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to honor the Tennessee Vol Scholar of the Week, brought to you by the University of Tennessee College of Pharmacy. Now more affordable than ever for anyone within 200 miles of our statewide campuses, thanks to the new regional tuition plan. This week, we recognize Jay-Sean Robertson. Jay-Sean is majoring in economics and is on track to graduate in 3.5 years this December. He is a 2017-2018 Vol Scholar and is a 4-year starter for Tennessee, making him our Vol Scholar of the Week.
This is the story of John Smith. Not this John Smith. Or this John Smith. Or any of the other hundreds of John Smiths that are Humana Medicare Advantage members. No, it's this John Smith, who we paired with a Humana team member to help address his own specific health needs. At Humana, we take a personal approach to your health to provide care that's just as unique as you are, no matter what your name is.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
Kubota is a proud corporate sponsor of Tennessee football. Visit us at TennesseeKubotaDealers.com.
One Tennessee. One sustainable goal. Zero waste in Neyland Stadium. No sort recycling. Now, zero excuses. Made possible by Eastman, Food City, and Waste Connections. No sort makes it easy to be a good sport. Tackle sustainability. At Tennessee, good sports always recycle.
Excuse me, mind if I sit here?
Not if you want your phone to work.
Let me guess, can't live stream your lobster roll?
And my mobile pay isn't connecting, and I just got an unlimited plan.
Right plan, wrong network. You see, Verizon is America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. And now, unlimited plans start at $40 per line. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is your seat. Definitely. Yep, just tucking it in. No, I wasn't gonna pull it out.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Now plans start at $40 per line for 4 lines.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by UT Medical Center, the official healthcare provider of the Vols. UT Medical Center, the region's academic medical center.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
By Verizon, the best network with the best unlimited. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Tennessee Volunteers. And by Food City, the tailgating capital of Big Orange Country and proud sponsor of UT Athletics. Food City, value every day.
Tennessee goes to 2-0 on the season, now 17-4 over the last 21 games for Tennessee. You beat Georgia Tech on Monday, you come back, your team was really focused for the game Saturday.
Very focused, and I think being 17-4, players understand the expectations of preparation, and that was big. And not only from a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint as well, making sure you're getting your sleep, making sure you're getting your nutrition, making sure you're getting your hydration, all those things that go into playing winning football. It's not just showing up on game day and playing the football game. You win the game through your week of preparation, and even though it was a short week, I thought our players did a good job of handling that. This will be really the first week now going into a football season where we'll have what we call a normal week of preparation.
But it's about that preparation, and it week after week, and that builds winning football teams.
No question, and you have to rely on your older players. Our freshmen still are kind of figuring all this out, and they've done a great job of really mentoring our younger players. But our younger players have to learn from our older players of what it is to be able to prepare and play your best. And that's what we talk about all the time, is when you play at Neyland Stadium, no matter who the opponent is, you're going to get their best. You're going to get their A game. It's an opportunity for them to play the University of Tennessee, and that's an expectation that we talk about, and that's the next evolution of our football program that we're going through, is our players have to understand no matter who the opponent is, you're going to get their best time in and time out again.
Let's break down some of the stats and some of the numbers from the game against Indiana State. Coach, offensively, you look at the yards, 37 carries for 160 yards and 235 passing yards. Did you like the offense?
I like the balance of the offense. We still only had 67 plays, and that's why I spoke about in the post-game press conference and earlier in the show is this football team needs to play football. We need to continue to play football. That's really the only way you get better. And the game speed repetition, so the ability to play a number of individuals were critical. But the thing that we cannot do is, Bob, is we cannot turn the football over. And the disappointing thing is we had 2 turnovers, and 1 led to 7 points. And again, we have to be able to answer the call defensively with what we call complementary football and put out sudden change. But we can't turn the football over. We didn't do it Monday night, and that was one of the reasons why we won the football game.
John Kelly had 80 yards rushing, but also 60 yards receiving. He's really becoming a dual threat for you.
It's going to be critical. Our running backs are some of our best playmakers on our football team, so we have to be creative in how we get them the football, and it's not just handing the the ball off. We have to be able to create one-on-one matchups with the linebackers, and our offensive staff to this date have done a very good job with that.
You played Kelly and Chandler together several times, and that throws a defense fits because both of them catch the ball out of the backfield.
They do, and their skill sets complement each other. You'll see more of that formation, more of that personnel grouping, and we're doing much more different personnel groupings now than we ever have. And I like that because each individual on the offensive side of the ball has a role, has a job description, and a responsibility.
Defensively, I guess the one stat that really stands out, third down conversions. They were 0 for 11. That was a key stat in the game for your defense.
Key stat. We talk about third down defense, fist up defense, being able to get off the field, and we were able to do that. But still, first down efficiency. We have to be able to take opposing offenses off schedule and create second longs and third and longs. And again, just overall tackling, which we spoke about earlier, playing the ball in the air as well.
You held them to 122 yards rushing. That's a good stat.
Well, it is. We knew that they were going to run the football. We knew that they were going to try to create formational advantages with the trades, the shifts, the motions, and the communication. And you may have the front set one way, and all of a sudden they shift, they trade, and then here comes the jet motion, and you have to be able to adjust the front while the motion's going on, and I thought our players did a good job of handling that. But again, it's the discipline, it's the small details to execute in all phases that we have to continue to grow and get better on.
Tennessee gets the win against Indiana State. Let's go to the locker room now to talk to the players with Maddie Glab.
Thanks, Bob. This is the post game. I'm with quarterback Quentin Dormey. Quentin, you went 13 for 18 tonight. What did you see out of your offense?
I mean, just a little bit of improvement from last week. Obviously, there was a lot to improve on last week. We had some miscues on offense, but we improved on that, and hopefully we can keep building on it going forward.
You had 8 tackles on the night, leading for the defense. What did you think of your efforts tonight?
I mean, I couldn't do it without the other 10 guys on the field. So without them being able to set edges, it allowed me to play fast and pursue the ball. And that's just something that we always preach in our room. And as a unit, it's to hunt the football in this swarm. So we're known as the Orange Swarm. So that's just something that we have to do, and we was able to show it today.
2 touchdowns on the night. What were you seeing on the field?
You know, just holes and looking at my blockers. You know, I couldn't have done anything without the O-line, so, you know, I had to give them a big thank you after every play. It's just this practice has been, you know, a lot to me. Coach has been pushing me extra hard, and, you know, I've been taking the coaching, and I just wanted to take it on the field tonight.
You had your first career touchdown tonight. How did that feel?
I felt amazing. Really can't even explain it. It still probably hasn't hit me yet, but just excited. I'm happy my coaches had like faith in me, faith enough to throw the ball to me in that situation, and just can't wait to go do it again.
What's different about this defense this year compared to last?
I'd just say our chemistry. I mean, no matter who's out there on the field, I think everybody out there is playing well for each other and also playing well for themselves. But at the end of the day, it's a team game. So I think it's the camaraderie that we have on the field and off the field that's allowing us to play the way how we play.
3 games in 13 days. You're heading on to the 3rd one. How does the body feel right now?
Pretty good, actually. We've been doing a pretty good job of taking care of our bodies, you know, with recovery, treatments, nutrition. I feel like everybody as a whole is doing a good job. So honestly, I feel pretty good.
Florida coming up. You have a full week to prepare. How happy does that make you feel?
Yeah, you know, I can spread out the film a little bit, but obviously, I mean, it's a huge game for us. So we're going to have to play as good as we ever have to come out with a victory against them, and I think we'll do that. We just got to take it day by day and do the best we can to prepare.
It's more time to polish my craft, you know, get better at helping the team. You know, maybe it's something that I need to improve on, and I can improve on it this week and so forth. But I'm glad that we get this whole week to practice. Great game coming up, rivalry game. So I feel like a full week of preparation should do us pretty good going against this Florida team.
The Butch Jones Show will be right back.
You're never too young to be a VFL. Sign up for the Junior Vols Club. For more information or to sign up for Junior Vols, visit utsports.com. Presented by the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. proudly serving the University of Tennessee Athletic Department since 1949.
So the crowd of the Southland Band now is concluding its pregame performance here on Shields-Watkins Field. And now the Tennessee Volunteers are massing in the North Tunnel. There's emotion and passion. You can tell it. The tee opens, and now the emotion and passion of the fans comes to the forefront as the Tennessee Volunteers come running through the tee.
Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to be the official insurance of the Vols.
And it's football time in Tennessee.
We are tethered by a legacy of fierce ambition and fearless optimism. And this is our time, our moment to be who we dare to become. We are the Volunteers, so we give our all. Now let the game begin. Here's to building champions. Ford F-150, proud sponsor of the Tennessee Volunteers. See your local Ford dealer for great offers today.
Ron and I really love our home here.
I think because of the community. The least we can do is go out and support them, and that's why we give back.
We get a lot of different companies involved, and CPI Security being one of them.
We know firsthand you can count on CPI when you need them the most.
It's just so easy being able to remotely arm things in case you forget as you walk out the door.
That's why we'll always have CPI.
Get a complete system free, including a doorbell camera and door lock. Call CPI today.
Make CPI yours.
From hard work, humble beginnings, and the red clay of Tennessee, greatness is built, brick by brick. This is Coach Philip Fulmer. General Shell and I are proud supporters of Tennessee football.
To win championships, first and foremost, you have to win with people. It's all about an organization. It's all about a total commitment. Just like First Tennessee, they win with people on a daily basis. From the professionalism to the convenience that they provide myself and my family, and also just staying up on the top of things, the latest trends in banking, the customer service, the convenience, and the passion by which they go by each and every day. They understand the volunteer spirit.
Tennessee fans, gear up for Team 121 with the official 2017 Tennessee Football Fan Shirt. On sale now at Vol shops on campus. Down the field shirts are also available at participating fan shops across the state. Let's go down the field with Team 121, presented by Dish. You asked, he'll answer. This is Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get your officially licensed Tennessee gear at Academy Sports and Outdoors, proud corporate sponsor of the Vols.
Coach, this question from Steph Huff, and it says Florida's your third game in 13 days. How do you prepare this team for a rigorous demand like that?
Well, it has been a rigorous demand, and you have to keep stressing the hydration, the nutrition, the sleep, the recovery, getting in for treatments throughout the course of the day 3-4 times. But the other thing that comes into play is the mental fatigue. So again, are you getting your rest? Are you dedicated to your performance? And you have to get your sleep, but our players have done a good job, and they understand what lies ahead of them. But it's all about that weekly preparation of taking care of yourself.
Second road trip of the year, so that trip down to Atlanta has got to help you a little bit get prepared and get the guys, especially the young players. This isn't their first road trip.
Well, you're exactly right, and you can never assume anything. And so to have that first road trip out of our way, so to speak, and the focus, and where we stay in Florida is about an hour away from the game, so we're going to have a long bus ride in. But again, it's all the mental preparation that occurs at the hotel and really getting away from the clutter and the distractions that mature players do.
You can take everything that's happened the last couple of weeks. Really doesn't matter this week because, you know, Florida will be focused, Tennessee will be focused.
Well, the most important thing is we're 2-0 at this stage of the game. We needed to be 2-0. We're 2-0. We have to make marked progress this week. We understand going into Florida and in the swamp and what that entails, but also our players are looking forward to it. But it's all going to stem with a great week of preparation.
Coach, good win yesterday, and we'll see you against the Gators down in Gainesville this weekend.
Look forward to it, Bob.
Butch Jones, his comments on Tennessee's win. We will feature Marquese Callaway next here on the Butch Jones Show.
The Vols rushed for 121 yards or more this week. Download the Dunkin' Donuts app and get a free medium hot or iced coffee today. Vol fans, run on Dunkin'.
There's people who care where I'm going and good friends who welcome me home. So get a full tank of freedom, drive the American road. And with a full tank of freedom, find your own highway. We'll take you wherever you go. Take you wherever you go.
Excellence is finding ways to solve new challenges. It's one of the reasons we created our 6 centers of excellence. Physicians from different disciplines working together to provide better solutions for you. It's a collaborative effort that pushes us to be our best and to provide you with the best care possible. Excellence is a journey that we take every day. The University of Tennessee Medical Center. Wisdom for your life.
Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. So good! So good!
Make your commute a little sweeter in a newly redesigned Hyundai Sonata, our best Sonata ever.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
The Vol Network now turns the spotlight on Team 121. Brought to you by Hyundai. Proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Dormady back to throw. Pumps, fires, back corner of the end zone. It is going to be touchdown Tennessee. It's Marquese Callaway using all 6'2" of that frame.
You come off as a guy who has a pretty outgoing personality, sometimes a goofball. So where does that personality come from?
It's just who I am. You know, always been trying to look at the brighter side of things, so I guess that sticks with me.
Yeah, good.
I try to, you know, be who I am, not try to be someone who I'm not, and I guess me being outgoing and trying to keep a smile on my face, hopefully that bring around the other guys.
Good job. That's it. Let's get it, y'all. On your toes. Ball. There we go. Hey, don't lean.
Your family is completely a military family. So explain to me the military background. Growing up, what was it like?
Well, my family, mom and dad, both was in the Army, and my grandpa and my uncle was in the Air Force, and my brother is currently in the Army now. He was stationed overseas in South Korea, and now he's back in North Carolina, Fort Bragg. So I kind of actually wanted to go into the military, just to have that under my resume.
How did you change your mind on that?
Sports, you know, I started getting opportunity, you know, getting offers from football.
You shouldn't be on your toes, but be on the balls of your feet.
So you ain't got no wasted motion.
Your outing against Georgia Tech, were you surprised at all?
Not really. We knew all of us were going to play, and we knew plays were going to happen. We knew opportunity was going to be there, so that's what we did. We took the opportunity that was there for us, and it happened for the best.
Fires, quick slant, pass complete, out to Callaway. Callaway breaks a tackle and gets down the sideline to the 20, to the 10. Callaway has his second touchdown of the night. 50 yards, Marquese Callaway.
The season has just begun, so what can we expect from Marquese Callaway this year?
As a receiver, goals are probably to catch everything thrown our way, no matter if it's a good ball or a bad ball, and put our team in the best spot to win.
Fans, please direct your attention to the video board for tonight's Loyal Fan of the Game. Brought to you by Hyundai. Vol fans are loyal. Hyundai fans are loyal too. Enough to be ranked #1 in customer loyalty 6 years in a row.
Before you try tomato tennis, try Keno to Go instead. Simply visit any Tennessee Lottery retailer, choose how many numbers to play, pick your lucky numbers, select your play amount, and decide how many drawings to enter. Then watch drawings on your phone, tablet, or computer to see if you're a winner. Keno to Go from the Tennessee Lottery.
Why are the clothes always so damp? Why do they take so long to dry?
Because we have an electric dryer.
Dad, why is this house so cold?
It's electric heat. Just bundle up and go ask your mother.
Mom, why is the
Go ask your father.
Why did this take so long? Why is it dry? Why is it burnt?
Maybe we should finally switch to natural gas.
Finally!
Why haven't you switched to natural gas?
We are tethered by a legacy of fierce ambition and fearless optimism. This is our time, our moment to be who we dare to become. We are the Volunteers, so we give our all. Now let the game begin. Here's to building champions. Ford F-150, proud sponsor of the Tennessee Volunteers. See your local Ford dealer for great offers today.
At Farm Bureau Health Plans, you may have heard us say, we've got you covered.
What does gotcha mean? It means no matter who you are.
Or what age.
Whether you just need coverage for one, or for you, your wife, or kids.
You've got choices for great health plans.
And Medicare supplements? All our plans have options.
With different levels of coverage. And deductibles and co-payments.
Mom, can I get covered?
Of course. Have questions? Visit fbhealthplans.com or your local Farm Bureau office. We've got you covered.
1 Tennessee. 1 sustainable goal. 0 waste in Neyland Stadium. No sort recycling. Now 0 excuses. Made possible by Eastman, Food City, and Waste Connections. No sort makes it easy to be a good sport. Tackle sustainability. At Tennessee, good sports always recycle.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by Farm Bureau Health Plans. When the best offense is a good defense, protect your savings from the high cost of medical services with quality coverage from Farm Bureau Health Plans. This is Exact Science, brought to you by Humana, your partner in health.
Here at Tennessee, we have intense and very warm, hot days, so hydration becomes very important. When they're out there with their pads on, playing hard, it's important to replenish not only sodium, but carbohydrates. So that's why we use things like Gatorade. We have pickles and popsicles for them after practice. And it's really important that they're salting their foods at meals and making sure that they replenish both those things after training intensely.
Drive for 5. Good, good, good. Close ground. Accelerate through the ball carrier. Load it high, load it high.
One of my mentors once said, philosophy is who you think you are and identity is who others see you as. I always talk about playing defense, not defenses. It's not about X's and O's. It's not about strategy. It's about getting lined up, reading your keys, pursuing to the football, beating blocks, gang tackling, and hunting the football.
Working downhill, tracking the near hip.
The defense itself, we talk about techniques over tactics, and we want to be fundamentally sound and technique conscious in everything we do, but it's about relentless pursuit to the ball and never-ending pressure and trying to create those things. The game has changed in the last 10 years, it's changed in the last 5 years, it's changed in the last 2 years, it's always evolving. And tempo and spread offenses and then the amount of speed that offenses are putting on the field is unlike ever before. I feel really good about the depth this year. We feel like we have several players up front who can contribute. We feel like we've got pretty good depth at linebacker, guys who can play a lot of, have some positional versatility, and we feel like we have 8 or 9 guys in the secondary that can make contributions. I think one of the keys to being a defensive play caller, whether it's in the NFL or college football or high school football, is identifying the strengths of your personnel and putting those players in a position to be successful.
Everybody eyes the sideline. Nickel, 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 nickel.
Whether it's a blitz team, whether it's a quarters coverage, whether it's man-free, it's a style play, and we want our identity to be dominant and disruptive up front and challenging every route in the back end. Ends, to me, they got to have twitch, they got to have get off, they got to be explosive. A 3 technique's nothing but a big end, and a 1 technique's the one guy who might be an old school D lineman. He's got to hold point at the line of scrimmage. He's got to be a guy who can, draw a double team and secure and do a good job up front. Corners, you want guys to cover guys, but I think specifically at the safety position and the linebacker position, those players need to be able to ID formations, communicate clearly and loudly and with confidence in front of 102,455 every Saturday. We're fortunate this year. We have really, good leadership at each level. A guy like Kendall Vickers, who's been around for a long time, a savvy veteran, has provided great leadership up front. At the linebacker position, guys like Colton Jumper and Cortez McDowell, who, again, have been around for a while and understand the good and the bad.
Accelerate through them. Speed your feet. Speed your feet on contact.
In the secondary, whether it's a Todd Kelly, who's an excellent student off the field and a hard worker on the field, or an Emmanuel Mosley, who sets the pace for the corners right there, or Rashawn Golden, who's taking the next step as far as his leadership piece. And we talk to the guys about leadership being doing the right thing and holding your teammate, to your left or your right accountable to doing the right thing as well.
No matter the day, it's always football time in Tennessee. Join the Vol Network each Wednesday at Calhoun's on the River for Vol Calls. Talk Tennessee football with head coach Butch Jones. Vol Calls, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on the Vol Network.
Ron and I really love our home here.
I think because of the community. The least we can do is go out and support them, and that's why we give back.
We get a lot of different companies involved, and CPI security being one of them.
We know firsthand you can count on CPI when you need them the most.
It's just so easy being able to remotely arm things in case you forget as you walk out the door.
That's why we'll always have CPI.
Get a complete system free, including a doorbell camera and door lock. Call CPI today.
Make CPI yours.
Touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline,
Make your commute a little sweeter in the newly redesigned Hyundai Sonata, our best Sonata ever.
This is the story of John Smith. Not this John Smith, or this John Smith, or any of the other hundreds of John Smiths that are Humana Medicare Advantage members. No, it's this John Smith, who we paired with a Humana team member to help address his own specific health needs. At Humana, we take a personal approach to your health to provide care that's just as unique as you are, no matter what your name is.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
Kubota is a proud corporate sponsor of Tennessee football. Visit us at TennesseeKubotaDealers.com.
Tennessee with the ball in good field position again, starting this drive at the Notre Dame 40-yard line. Backs in the eye. Henry gets the handoff, breaks it up the middle, to the 30, to the 20. Travis Henry to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Travis Henry. Touchdown, Tennessee. 40 yards. Is that the knockout punch? Tennessee leads it 30-7 over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Travis Henry, the 40-yard scamper.
Welcome to the Film Room with VFL Erik Ainge, presented by Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Take on today.
Welcome back to the Butch Jones Show. I'm VFL Erik Ainge. Today we're going to highlight Trey Smith, true freshman, right guard, very, very good football player. We're going to watch 3 distinct, different plays, types of plays, to watch how good he did.
But it's a first down for Tennessee. Their second of the night. Kelly's into the open field, inside the 20. Kelly driving inside the 15, and another first down for the Big Orange.
He's right here. He's your right guard. Okay, we're playing Georgia Tech. Ball's going to get snapped. Down, set, hut. Right here, these 2 guys are going to fire off the center, and the right guard are going to double team. Pause right there. See, they got 97, and you can see Trey's head, how he's up and peeking, looking for this backside linebacker right here, because they are double teaming to what is the Mike. Double team to the Mike linebacker, and then he'll set hut, ball keeps rolling. There he is, meets him, no gap in between the double team, ends up kicking him out 7-8 yards, and John Kelly can go do what he does.
Set up the screen. Kelly up to midfield, and that'll be good enough for the first down.
Another one. Looks like pass pro, okay? So here you go. You're going to drop back. You're going to say down, set, hut, or cue a clap, and then right from there, it's 1,001, 1,002, and then boom, they break out. There it is, right there. Big 73. Down, set, hut. Cue's going to snap it. Ball comes. 1,001, 1,002. One little extra push, and then he's out right there. He's running the alley. He's trying to find the guy, and pause right there. Go back. This right here is what we call needs to make a business decision, because that's about to kill that guy. So watch 73 here. Watch Trey Smith go. 20, very smart man, ducks it, doesn't make the tackle, but at least he still has a head.
Time for Dormady. Throws it to Callaway. Callaway's had a huge night. Catch, breaks the tackle, and fights his way down to the 9-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Pass pro. Down, set, hut. There's the Mike. These 4 are kicking backside, dual reading these 2 linebackers. 4 for 5. Trey Smith washes it down. Good low base. He's a true freshman, and he can already make all the different kinds of blocks and communication. He's a very good football player. That's Trey Smith. You're watching the Butch Jones Show. We'll be right back.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by CPI Security, proud corporate sponsor of the Vols. By Humana, Over 50 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Humana, your partner in health.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by the Tennessee Education Lottery. Proud to have raised over $4 billion to support education programs in Tennessee.
You are the man of the hour, the king of the castle. Your subjects look upon you in awe and anticipation because you're about to make their culinary dreams come true. Guess you should have had natural gas.
First Tennessee is the official bank of the Vols. They have backed us. They've been extremely supportive, and I am very proud to be partners with them as we continue to venture on this journey brick by brick. They are Tennessee. They're what this great state has been built upon. People, customer service, innovation, passion, and constant never-ending improvement. Based in Tennessee, they give their all for Tennessee each and every day. There's only one official bank of the Vols, and that's First Tennessee.
From hard work, humble beginnings, and the red clay of Tennessee, greatness is built brick by brick. This is Coach Philip Fulmer. General Shell and I are proud supporters of Tennessee football.
Before you try a hot pepper challenge, try Keno to Go instead. Simply visit any Tennessee Lottery retailer. Choose how many numbers to play. Pick your lucky numbers, select your play amount, and decide how many drawings to enter. Then watch drawings on your phone, tablet, or computer to see if you're a winner. Keno to Go from the Tennessee Lottery.
What's going on?
My TV company won't let me watch all my channels live on this, so I'm following the game this way. It's supposed to be the football.
It doesn't even look like a football.
I know.
It's a tiny field.
I hate tiny fields.
Try this.
That's the game.
That's Dish.
Didn't even know my voice could do that.
Dish lets you watch 100% of your live channels and sports anywhere on your favorite devices. Dish, tuned into you.
Time now for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponent. Brought to you by First Tennessee, the official bank of the Vols.
It's the SEC opener for Tennessee as the Volunteers go down to Florida to take on the Gators. The Gators lost their first game against Michigan, 33-17. They led that game 17-10, but then the Wolverines scored the final 23 points. Florida scored 2 touchdowns on interceptions. Duke Dawson and C.J. Henderson, their offense struggled. They had 192 yards against the Wolverines, just 11 rushing against Michigan, and also gave up 6 sacks in the game. It's the first opening game loss for Michigan since Florida since 1989. Their game against Northern Colorado was canceled because of the hurricane, and so now the Gators will have 2 weeks to get ready for Tennessee. The Volunteers won against the Gators last year at Neyland Stadium, 38-28, and looking for their first win against the Gators down in Gainesville since 2003. And again, it'll be a 3:30 kickoff in Gainesville on Saturday, and our Vol Network coverage will start at 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central Time. Thanks for being with us for the Butch Jones Show. We'll share the highlights of Tennessee and Florida next week.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Hand Digital Studio.